Two big guys right here on Radio Row. Super Bowl 50 from San Francisco between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. Zach Gelb here with you, WHIP broadcasting to you. You can hear us back in Philadelphia. And two-time Super Bowl champion Neil Smith taking some selfies right now. He's on FaceTime doing all that great stuff, is with us right now. Welcome in, big fella.
Oh, thank you. How are you, man?
Good. Not too many people could say they're bigger than me. You are one of them.
Well, I mean, I never was small in my life, so, this is what I'm at. I'm just accepting it.
So
did you see John?
Oh my God, he makes us both look like we're shrimps.
All right, thank you. That's what. So I ain't bad at all, then, right?
He's stopping by in a little bit. So
absolutely.
He does make us both look like shrimps. So right now we're here with Neil Smith from Radio Row. You won 2 Super Bowls. When the confetti comes falling down on your head and you are a Super Bowl champion, describe that feeling to me.
Oh my goodness, man! It was a lifelong dream. It almost felt like when I first had my first kid. And my first kid was born, it's like, wow, this is it. This is what I made. This is a part of me. And I felt that same way when I got the podium for the first time. It's like I put it in all this hard work for all those many years, started at the age of 5, and here's where I end up at. I end up on the top of this podium, hoisting this trophy up, and had an opportunity to give my son, which is going to college here
awesome.
This year. Give him that ride at Nebraska.
Okay.
Give him that ride on my shoulder, and all of those things, man. You see it over and over again. And then when you put yourself in that mode, wow, it's super, man. I mean, you can't take those memories away ever.
How's the after party when you win a Super Bowl?
Well, you know what? For the first year, we went on for a long time, bro. It was a party where we had at the hotel, and then we left from there the next day late, and then we went back, flew back to Denver.
No one sleeps, right?
Oh,
I love the line that Browner had last year. If anyone on the team sleeps when the Patriots won the Super Bowl last year, you should be fine that evening.
Oh my goodness! I tell you what, and for us, we were one of those teams, unfortunately, that went back to back. And when we went back to back, it was like a 2-year high, man, that you had going into the 3rd year. It's like it was just insane.
All right, so you played with John Elway. He won 2 Super Bowls with you. Tell me what kind of leader John Elway was, because Byron Chamberlain told me a great story last year. It was actually 2 years ago in New York, the last time the Broncos were in the Super Bowl, that John had this pool table in his house, and no one beat him in pool. And one time the backup quarterback beat him in pool, and he took that pool table and put it on the curb the next day.
I can believe that, man. John is such a competitive guy. You see people like that, and even Michael Jordan. I had a chance to play Mike in some pool and in golf. Those guys were competitive as hell, man. It was like, when you get us to do something that we're not accustomed to, like playing pool, when your strongest point is being a quarterback, then that brings the element out of you. It brings you out to where you feel like you're not going to get beat anything. And that's just the mentality of an athlete. They just want to do something more and better, and something else is good.
How fitting would it be to see Peyton go out the way that John went out and bring another Super Bowl back to Denver?
I'm actually praying for this. I hope it happened for him. It couldn't happen to a better guy than Peyton Manning. I've seen him grow up, in his career. I've seen him grow up from high school on up and playing in New Orleans, because I'm from New Orleans. And, I saw his dad play, Archie Manning, when I was in high school. And I just feel like I've been a part of the Manning family on the outside. And you know what? Rightfully, I tell Peyton this, and he knows this. He feels so good. I mean, he absolutely loves it, man.
I love New Orleans. It's my favorite place. I think every Super Bowl should be played in New Orleans. When we were there last time, the Super Bowl was in there. It was the Ravens, and you had the 49ers. I went to this place, Irene's in New Orleans. Oh, some of the best food I've ever had.
Well, I'm telling you, man, I love home, too. And I love to eat, as you can see. But my thing is,
I know what you're saying.
Hey, man, my thing is this here. Home cooking is always good at all times. So I feel like it's no cooking like home. This is his word.
Hokie Guy John once told me, the Saints color analyst, fried turkey is really big in New Orleans. Is that true?
Absolutely, man. I do one every year.
Okay.
For Thanksgiving. Yeah,
take me through your Thanksgiving. What's your Thanksgiving like?
Well, my Thanksgiving is just, you got to have a fried turkey. I did a fried turkey this year, and I have the everything that everybody has. I have the greens, I have the turkey and the stuffing, and then, I even do a gumbo.
Okay. Gumbo's so good.
Yeah,
in my family, we don't do turkey. We actually do lasagna. We're Italian. So we get lasagna, the sausage, the pepperoni. Everyone's running to the table, and then they watch some football. Neil Smith's here with us.
Yeah, but and people in New Orleans, the one thing about it is that, they want to be different. They want to cook their food different than everybody. They want to have that. It's the same thing with the Italian people. I got some of the greatest friends ever. They got restaurants that is to die for. I love it.
I can't believe that you're not in the Hall of Fame. What's your explanation for that?
I have no idea. I have no idea how they vote on it. I don't care. You know, the main thing it is like, you know, I mean, I played the game for the love of it. I grew it, I learned it, I grew to learn it, and I love it. And you know what? I left it out there. So therefore, I cannot look back and say that Neil Smith fell short in any kind of way. If you don't want to put him in, that means that I wasn't good enough. But seeing some of the guys that's been in there and that's going before me, it's like, okay.
You think you should be in?
No question. Why not?
And it's unbelievable. A guy like Jerry Kramer, who was here the other day on our show, he's one of the greatest guards in the history of the game, was the major pulling guard on that famous Packer sweep play, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. I just don't get how the committee misses out on some guys like you and Jerry Kramer.
Well, I mean, it happens. It happens all the time. You know, it's like, you know, don't say it's the stats when you're up there in the stats. Don't say it's the sacks or whatever it is that you know, don't say it's the championship rings because, you know, I have those. So where do I fall short at? I don't know.
You played against Reggie White. He was defensive lineman when you were in the league as well. Just describe to me, because you have so much respect for the position, what a guy like Reggie White was, because we got to see him play here in Philly.
You know, learn from him. Learn every little thing that I can pick from him. You know, learn how to do the hump move. Learn how to do the club move. He was a big guy that was the biggest athletic guy that I've ever seen besides Bruce Smith. You know, that symbolized the position. And you know, when I picked up the little things from those guys, then I know I was going to make myself to be, you know, something that was special, and that's what I was working to do. And you couldn't pick two better guys. The minister of defense, you know, when I met Reggie and played against him, you know, one of the first trades I ever done, and they doing this now in the league, is that I got my jersey, you know, and traded jersey with it. What he wanted my jersey for, but I got his jersey, and it meant the world to me. I hate to see a guy like that, you know, leave that fast, but you know what? Unfortunately, we all got to go sometime, and what a great one.
Who's your favorite defensive player in the league right now?
In the league?
Yeah. That's active, of course.
You know, I feel like that's kind of hard, but I think I'm gonna go with Texas.
J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt. I'm gonna go with J.J. Watt. You know the reason why I say J.J. Watt?
He's a freak. He does it all.
What J.J. Watt and people don't understand is that he have fun doing what he's doing, and you know what? He have the goal. He have the goal to freelance and do whatever he want to do, and that's what I love about it. And you know what? He funds. You know what? If I had the rings that he to have, I can put up the numbers they do too. But he's going to be a great one for a long time. But I played the game like it.
I'm very friendly with Ted Johnson, Brian Baldinger, Tony Bruno. I see some of the guys that partner up with the Low T Center. Tell me what the Low T Center is doing for Super Bowl 50 and what everything could happen with them.
The Low T Center is here. You know, I'm a Low T. Say I'm a Low T guy. I actually, when I became a Low T guy, I had a surgery a couple of years ago where I was, you know, found out that my testosterone was low. And once my testosterone was low, I had to go get blood work and get tested for. I walked into the center, got tested, found out that, you know, I was, you know, a diabetic. My cholesterol was a little high, borderline, and then I was, you know, and I had high blood pressure. So once I went into that and found out that my testosterone was low, I then began to get a shot every week from the Low T Center. And it just tremendously changed my life, dude. I'm like, you know, I don't have any high blood pressure no more. My testosterone is
feeling good.
Up. I feel real good about, you know, not having a sluggish afternoon. And I can actually, you know, say that, you know, I've got a lot of endurance. I've never done 45 minutes in the treadmill. Never, ever. And I was a guy that, you know, because I ain't had to run far to get to somebody. But now I've gotten myself to where, you know, I can do 50 and 60 minutes, you know, just walking on the treadmill or just doing the elliptical machine and going 3 miles like it's nothing.
Well, it's great to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
There he is, Neil Smith, the two-time Super Bowl champion, joining us live on Radio Row. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back from San Francisco right after these short messages.